Ross St. Brown on center stage. Always need eyes on him. Fourth most catches in the NFL. It's the Lions and the Panthers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Ford Field. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's rock.
Let's go!
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with.
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. They're going to look to throw. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down, Swift. And see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an out.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
What the heck, man? Dang!
With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. And that'll make our score 14-7. Santoso now to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
Even though they might not find the number one, every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. If they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Newton. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. Incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion.
Here we go. Here we go.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. It feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. Cuts up the football. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers quickly.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now will be 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Taken at the goal line.
Oh, about to get that ball in.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 6. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
They're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 42 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And a round is on here in this first half. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks.
Come on, baby.
Things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Green, black one, quick, yellow, red.
Once again, it's Swift. And space tough to come by there as he can get maybe a yard to the 37. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And St. Brown has got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Swift going to try up the middle. And get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Flushed out, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies Brady's not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out now come the Lions. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Display of footwork on that run. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 2nd down and 4.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce
Man,
and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Off play action, Newton. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. It is fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Another shot now for this Lions offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now on a 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. yards. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll look to throw again.
Come on, man.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Bourne. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Catch it, baby.
Throw knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Go in the first half. Sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. We had a field goal range.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. He's got him in. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They fake the give. Newton. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A final shot before the break. Newton.
Man,
And this is
damn.
going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Football up to the regular season. Everybody's excited to get some playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over half.
Get back to the action. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out come the Panthers of having first on offense in the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. Yeah, obviously people would say just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. And some room to maneuver.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP.
He's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season.
Throw the ball, bro. Like this dude is killing me.
And quickly, they get to the line to try again after the sack. Newton on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to let it go again. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Johnny Hekker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. For the 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
It's 3 to 4 yards. That's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the runner.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't. And at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything. But you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Woo!
2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Touchdown! A great effort there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Panthers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
I like how
And
y'all
he returns this to the 22. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a carry for Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have the Lions first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Newton. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. No gain on the play that time. It's a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They set up a throw. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Back to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. Brought down just shy of 40. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And a short gain down to about the 33.
That all makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues down.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Second and 3. Forced out to his left.
Dang it!
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. Looking to throw. Picking up the late touchdown here. It's still down.
Where's everybody at, bro? Like,
Extra point up and good from Santoso as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Santoso now to send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they look to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
bruh, no!
Take this one up to about the 13. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
he's got it in, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. That's Bourne, got it on the slant. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And this one is going pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Throwing here, Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action, it's Newton. Going for the deep ball. Incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Off play action, Newton.
Right, come on. Like everybody.
Incomplete. Well, big here in the 4th quarter. Up really big. That passing incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They fake the give. Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And going to be intercepted.
Just run.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll look to throw.
That was me.
Down, it's a Panther sack. Amari Barno. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. And a lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Carolina, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to